Greetings, everyone. In the name of His Imperial Majesty, Emperor Haile Selassie and Empress Mene. Yes, I just want to just go through the program quickly. And now I'll just introduce you to the Naya Bingi drumming. This is Trina Smith and the Bingi Straw, featuring Abijah, a Sadinaki Livingston, the son of Jah Bunny Wailers. So we'll just go straight into the Naya Bingi drumming. And the person to read the song, you can get yourself ready after. This is Venerable Freckleton. Okay, thanks.
Rastafari! King Selassie the first. Yes, you know, give thanks for the ones that are here to honor the life and the legacy of the living legend. He will always live, he can never die. Never. His works are everlasting. His love is everlasting. And his spirit endures forever and ever. What your hands do, it's your own eyes that have seen. So be sure to judge your action to make sure the results are clean. It's your own conscience that is gonna remind you that it's your heart and nobody else's that is gonna judge. Be not selfish in your doing. Pass it on. Pass it on, Johnny. Help your brothers in their need. Pass it on. Live for yourself. You will live in vain. Live for others. You will live again. In the kingdom of Jah, man shall reign. Pass it on, yeah. Pass it on. Pass it on. Pass it on. What's in the darkness must be revealed to light. We're not here to judge what's good from bad, but to do the things that are right. On a hot sunny day, under the shadow of rescue. But as the day goes on, Jah know the sun is gonna find you. Be not in your doing. Pass it on. Help your brothers in their need. Pass it on. Oh, live for yourself. You will live in vain. Live for others. You will live again. In the one shall reign. Pass it on. 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 Pass it on.
So is my soul dancer ready? Yes, she is. Let's go.
Beautiful, my little.
Never will this done. Were not names familiar to me when I went to Camperdown in 1961. He's the man who I knew as Livy. That was the popular name for him at Camperdown, Livy at the time. Camperdown was a school where the girls outnumbered the boys 3-1. So you see kind of the laugh after the Casey man then. You understand? So the students and teachers and the other staff members who participated in the makeup of our school community provided a great atmosphere at our noble institution. I recall the nattily clad Livy. Those of us from my time, remember there was a place downtown named King Street, a place named La Paracini. Now Jabi, well, there wasn't Jabi then, but Livy used to wear some shoes where, remember in them time there, your school fare alone was £7, you know. Livia wear some shoes where flags and some wicked Italian shoes. Livia have every style. And film shoes them are £5. When a man can wear a £5 shoes, you know say him now walk and kick stone. Now him used to ride a red ladies wheel bicycle come school. And he used to rest it on the bougainvillea tree near to the staff office. Any man can ride a bicycle. He was a very kind brethren. I encountered him. We had a place under a Neesberry tree where the water fountain was. So you know we get breaks like recesses and lunch, and that is where a certain kind of man gather. Now the main speaker was the Reverend Livy. Captivating speaker, very animated, streetwise, quick-witted, and was an established leader among that crew. He had the great songwriter B.B. Seaton as one of the persons who visiting regular at school, because Livy always arrears with him. Have a friend named Clive Hudson, and Clive Hudson, by coincidence, passed in New York on May 24. I mean, him and Livy used to wear the same style pants, them everything, same kind of hairstyle, and was some girls, the man that run the girls thing in a campus one weekend. Now, he was an active member of my house, Blue House, Miller House. He played every sport, football, cricket, athletics, table tennis. Livy can do everything. You know, how get a youth skillful. I mean, we used to live near, you know, because we go to school in the east, but we really live Maxwell Avenue, and we live Russell Road. So we come from the west, and we go to the east, and we head back west, because that was the best. Now, an early indication of his fight against racism, oppression, and arms house was when a white man come from England named Morgan. This man had a military background, so he come with a whole heap of army kind of discipline thing, he try to impose upon the black boy. So the headmistress is a lady, of course, Ivy Grant, and the man, Mr. Morgan, feel like him to take over the thing because the lady too soft. Well, to make a long story short, he had an encounter in a darkened room with, because you know Livy is a small structure youth, but Livy have some friend like a brother named Bobby O'Carr, the man the thick, and a brother named Sammy Burke. The man has some strong youth. Well, them dust him out properly, I tell you, in the darkness. And up to today, when me I say now, is really grapevine talking, because there was no conviction. He couldn't find out how. I just when reunion and thing is a laughing thing and the thing, but the man then mash him up bad. He kind of turned him after that still. Yeah, Jabby. Now, yes, that me I tell you about the Justice Brigade a while ago. Well, in 1986, Jabby decided to go up on the road again, take back the Iron Bird and thing. Well, I was then the singer of a band named 809, and Bunny program at the time now, a 42 tune Bunny have a perform on the show, you know. And my band now play most of it Sly and Robbie them have a play a part of it, and but Roots Radix have a play a next part, because one of them thing in segments. And him confide in me as one of them student, because the man that was here at school for me. So him show me say, look, the reason why, one of the reasons why I did draft here, you know, because I know say you're one of my soldiers and you have made back. So that with the expertise that 809 had at the time, cemented the thing. Now, him show me a key thing, him say, yeah, hold on, if me are the dragon slayer, which is Satan, can you imagine how much I feed him disciples out there? I try to harm me out in Babylon there. So he wants to that like me back right. So I was glad to participate. It was, however, ironic that this nationally and internationally acclaimed legend was hounded at school for continuously playing the piano, the school piano. I mean, you know, them days they have only for concerts and things, just impromptu. Bunny always rehearse with Clive Simon and that thing. And only for concert, Bibi them, Ken Wood, all kind of man used to come across the school. Bunny had that clout. Well, he was getting in trouble over the piano too many times. And it lead me to our school system. Our school system, in my observation over my 72 years, is that we come up with a system where it that deal with if you have a tendency to move towards the creative industries, they don't see it as important. They will push a science kind of thing like. And so, you know, imagine now in a school of the youth, them show them talent or them appreciation for creation. You don't have a support system where make sure say enough piano there in place for the youth them can use and other equipment. I mean, we did have to fight the government at a certain period to get back music from the curriculum. Because what means if you don't have it in a high school at that level where them people might get trained, then you see say you injure the thing. And if you notice right across the country, we don't have no only institution where really train the youth them to actually participate as professional musicians. Well, the school of music get a little help over the period, and so some changes go on. Well, it is evident that Bunny lived up to him training at Camperdown. I mean, the motto of Camperdown, when translated in English, it says, only the best is good enough. And when you look on the body of work, where Jabi do over the years, you see say, the Camperdown thing that locked in him head, only the best. He was producing. He was inducted in the Camperdown Alumni Association Hall of Flame. We have a Hall of Fame, you know. The symbol of Camperdown is a flame. So our thing named the Hall of Flame. And Bunny was inducted in there in 2010. So right now, in closing, hail the Black Heart Man.
I was just getting comfortable when you finished. It was just nice listening to hear about Jabi, the fireman, the original fireman. Yes, we are going to have a tribute, you see, on behalf of the family, and this will come from Adrian McDonald, who is his nephew. But before I move on, I just forgot that to say, Abijah Assad.
Blessed love, everyone, loved ones, well-wishers, fans, everyone that is here today. On the behalf of the Livingston family, I just want to say that Jabi, Uncle Bunny Wailer, is an icon to all of us, all over the world. His families, his children, sisters, brothers, nephew, nieces, everyone. We look up to that man, like for life, you know. And he's no longer here with us. But as we said, his legacy will be living on forever and ever in the years to come. And when we're not here, that will still be Bunny Wailer legacy living on for eternity. Great man, great icon, you know. But I have, on the behalf of his sisters who couldn't make it here today for this event, to see Jabi final day with the family, I have a voice message to play for one of his sisters overseas, and then I read a tribute from his other sisters overseas. So just give me a second, let me play this voice message first. Okay, here we go.
It's my brother Bunny Neville O'Reilly Livingston. Sleep on and take your rest. May you find a resting place in God's kingdom until we meet again. Love you, brother Bunny, love you.
Blessed love, Auntie. Okay, now I'll read the tribute from his other sisters who could not make it today here, but they send the love. Okay, this tribute hails from the hills of 9 miles. St. Anne's, from Bunny Wailer, sister, and former mayor and councillor Vinette Rob Codman, his older sister Millicent Rob, and a host other relatives and friends. Our brother Bunny Wailer was a very kind and loving brother, one who had no nonsense approach to life. Very simple and straightforward man who has entered community look up to. His music brought positive vibes to the people of Jamaica and the whole world. We are extremely sorry we ain't able to be here in person because of reasons beyond our control. But I pray God will give us added strength in the time of our loss, especially to his children and grandchildren. Rest in peace, Jah Bunny Wailer. We love you endlessly, and you will forever remain in our heart. From your sister, Vinette and Millicent. God bless.
This time, one of Bunny Wailers, I think this is Coleman's youngest daughter, Zanab. Yes, we call her Z. She's going to read something from The Wise Man of Haile Selassie. That's a book that is very popular, small, handy, and just have all the works. So let's hear it for her. Zanab Livingston.
I'm going to read this. No person is able to understand one's own self or own problem better than oneself. Let us set our goals too high. Let us demand more of our own selves than we believe we possess. In our efforts to improve the standard of life of our peoples and to flesh out the bones of our independence, we count on the assistance and support of others. But this alone will not suffice, and alone will only perpetuate Africa's dependence. We have passed the point where prayerful pleading serves any purpose other than to face those who thereby abdicate any responsibility or power to implement events. We cannot always depend on others.
Mr. by the famous Bridget Rubin to do backup for him. And from Jabi met these two people, he didn't want to let them go. So help me to introduce to you Lisa and Jeffrey, husband and wife, who will do a song for us. The song is Dreamland.
Greetings, everyone. Yeah. Let me not say, we miss Jabi dearly. So let's just get into it real quick and in memory and love. Yeah. Have heard about so far across the sea. There's a land that I have heard about so far across the sea.
To have you on that dreamland would be like heaven to me. To have you on my dreamland would be like heaven to me.
Oh, what a day this will be. I know. Oh, just you wait, wait, wait and see. We'll get our breakfast from the trees. We'll get our honey from the bees. We'll take a ride on the waterfall. And don't Jah glory, we'll have them all. We'll live together on that dreamland, and we'll have so much fun. We'll live together on that dreamland, and we'll have so much fun. Oh, what a time this will be. Oh, just have faith, 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 and see. Oh, just to wait, 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 and see. And surely Jabi will never die. And surely Reuben will never die. Oh, what a time this will be. Oh, just to wait, wait, wait and see. Give thanks.
You ever hear about balance, the yin and the yang emotional? And what did the husband do? He continued and he went through and she joined him again. We really, really want to thank them. That was so sweet. And I know they went many places with Jabi, so I know the emotions that's going on inside of them. Thank them again. Now, at this time, we'll have the eulogy, and we'll have Kamar Livingston, one of the daughters of Bunny Wailer, to come and do the eulogy. I think I'm meeting her for the second time. Yes, welcome.
Okay, this is kind of very emotional, but let me see if I can make it over here. So, good morning, my sister and brethren. Good morning, sister and brethren. Neville O'Reilly Livingston, affectionately called Jabi, the Don Dada, Honorable the Black-Heart Man, Bunny Wailer, was a man of the people. He was born in Kingston, Jamaica, at Victoria Jubilee Hospital on April the 10th, 1947, to shop owner Thaddeus Livingston and his wife, Margaret Livingston. Taddy Livingston, AKA Shot, a ganja cultivator, moved the family to the fertile hills of 9 Miles, St. Anne, when Bunny was 7 years old. There, young Neville became friends with Bob Marley, who looked up to his new best friend from the city. When the Livingston family subsequently moved to Trenchtown, Robbie moved with them, later becoming Bunny's stepbrother. When Bob's mother bore a daughter, Pearl, to Mr. Taddy, in Trenchtown they met Peter Tosh, forming together with Beverly Kelso, Jr., the late Junior Brathwaite, and Constantine Dream Walker, one of the world's most influential pioneering musical groups, the Wailers. The elder, Mr. Livingston, Shutt, was the father of the Wailers, as he contributed to his son's endeavors financially with his social influences. Jabi, along with his brothers Bob Marley and Peter Tosh, introduced the world to Rastafari through this musical genre that championed the common man. By telling the story of our African roots, unity, love, and the natural liberty, accompanied by the hypnotic beat of the one drop, Jamaican culture becoming something to celebrate and emulate. From Brazil to Belgium, from Ethiopia to Europe, America to Australia, reggae and Rastafari was appreciated and imitated. Herbie Miller, upon his passing, Bunny Wailer eulogized my dad as a consummate artist. He was a stellar vocalist with a voice that was an outstanding instrument. His brilliant vocal skills and deeply intricate melodic intelligence, his sense of harmony, and his feel for rhythm were touchstones in musical accomplishments among reggae singers. From his soulful Rastafari heart to the heart of music, Bunny gripped the listeners with his logical but emotional, warm delivery, frequently depicting the human conditions. His most enduring works confronted issues of race, class, and social inequality. As profoundly as some other Jamaican musicians, from the Don Drummond to Prince Buster to Bob Andy, have done, and including the others two founding members of the Wailers, Marley and Tosh, Bunny brilliantly employed music to pursuit of social, political, and cultural uplift. His wry comments signified challenge the collective absurdities for popular 20th century philosophical, I can never get over that word, but philosophical concept, excuse me. His Black-Heart Man, 1976, Protest, 1977, Struggle, 1979, and Liberation in 1989 are acclaimed milestones. And while there are no questions about the classic status, at first I choose, my father at first chose to develop his brand of reggae at home, staging many concerts, creating a platform of the local blossoming music scene. He soon developed his own Solomonic Productions and produced over 30 albums over the years. His long-awaited concert after a long hiatus, Youth Consciousness, was there, did not disappoint his fans, taking the stage at daybreak after stellar performances by Judy Mowat, Marcia Griffith, and the electrifying set of Peter Tosh. Jah Bunny delighted the concert goers with an energetic 3-hour set complete with male and female dancers, a treat that become expected from the legend. In his own words, I vowed to chart my own path and my own material, and although I never got the promotion associated with the major label machine, I did it my way. He did it his way. My musical message is always grounded in my Rastafari faith. I write spiritual charged material inspired by teachings of His Majesty Emperor Selassie and a Pan-African leader, Marcus Messiah Garvey. My love for dancing have a nice time as seamlessly integrated on my productions. You're here. You're here. Jah Bunny was renowned for his generosity. He supported hundreds of youth with monetary grants, paid school fees, bought school books, and sponsored football clubs. Each one teach one was his creed, and his mentored many talented artists who went on to be great names themselves: painters, designers, tailors, dancers, poets, and writers were all allowed a piece of Jah B's spotlight. His childhood friend and mentor, Marcy Griffith, took his clever ditty Electric Boogie and performed it on tour, sparkling a fire that exploded on every wedding, dance floor, party, cruises for many, many years. Aware of the discrimination faced by Rastafari children, the Dan Dada opened a school, Salamatic Elementary, y'all can relate, where these children were welcome and included as his own children in the roster. He was a major patron of Selassie High School, and where he inspired not only the students, but also the parents and the whole community to value reading and a lifelong learning. A down-to-earth lion, Jah B would tell it like it is. So if you don't want to hear the truth, don't ask his opinion. He was a great listener and very quick to give advice after hearing you out. His cooking was delightful to his family, and any lucky ones who experienced his steamed fish would always try to time their future visits at dinner time. Advocacy was important to Jah B. The fight to legalize ganja was personal for the Black Heart Man. Having served hard time at Kingston Notorious General Penitentiary for possession of weed, he led the fight to legalize ganja and is largely responsible, along with many others who attended his marches and conferences for the discriminalization of the herb in Jamaica. His contributions have acknowledged with many awards, the most notable being the three Grammy Awards for Best Reggae Album, 3 Keys to the City from Fort Lauderdale, Los Angeles, and New York, the RFM Lifetime Achievement Award, the Jerry Reggae Music Award, and 2 of Jamaican's highest awards, the Order of Distinction and the Order of Merit. Jah B. Wailer, Jah Bunny, left on March 2nd, 2021, after a battle with art issues. We miss him terribly. Bunny O'Reilly Livingston Wailer is survived by his common law wife, Jean White, Sister Jean, my 11 sisters, Ayata and Jerry, Tasha, Sasha, Gabrielle, Candice, Ebony, Saffron, Sarah, Zainab, and Miriam, and my brother Abidjan. He was blessed with 12 grandchildren. I am Kamara Livingston, and I am greatly honored to call him my dad. I normally call him Papa, so I love my Papa. May he rest in peace in dreamland. Thank you.
I really believe we, need to honor that tribute, because even though she was emotional, she kept it. And she said everything. We thank her, and I can relate, because I had to do it for my father's funeral.
That we do not willingly afflict or grieve the children of men. Look with pity upon the sorrows of your servants and handmaidens, for whom our prayers are offered. Remember, O Lord, our dearly beloved brother, the Halazian. O Lord, in mercy, nourish his soul with peace. Comfort him with a sense of your goodness. Lift up your confidence upon him and give him peace. Through Jesus Christ our Lord. Amen. Who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Kingdom come. Thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those that trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us and rescue us from all evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory, forever and ever. Amen. O Holy Virgin Mary, the peace of the angel Gabriel, peace come to thee. Thou art virgin in spirit as well as in body. O thou Mother of perfect God, peace come to thee. Blessed art thou among women, and blessed the fruit of thy womb. Rejoice, O thou who art full of grace, the Lord is with thee. Ask and pray for us to thy beloved Son Jesus Christ, that he may have mercy upon our soul, and forgive us our sins. Amen. Glory be to the Father, and to the Son, and to the Holy Spirit, both now and ever, and world without end. Amen.
Amen.